After leaving, of course.
Of course. Otherwise it would be a little bit creepy.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else that you'd
like this
like to
music.
do, or you want me to move along?
Move along. Move along.
Actually, I have an assignment for Cadbury, and
Okay.
that would be basically to tell the others that... wait, it's a halfling. Yes. In that case, I think it's best if Nimbus Cobblepot will talk to the fair maiden and see if she knows where Marin Madrick has gone off to.
Okay.
Because
And he immediately goes, "Of course, sir, I shall notify him immediately," and he takes off.
Well.
Okay, so yes, moments thereafter, Nimbus Cobblepot learns of Marin Madrick, and that he used to be the leader of the local civilian militia, you know, the townsfolk who actually cares what happens to the town and want to protect it, but he apparently is gone, and heavens knows where. Maybe that Miss what did I call her? Miss Greenfoot. Miss Greenfoot at the local grocery store knows more.
Okay, so Miss Greenfoot's the one that I need to go talk to.
Yes.
Apparently.
All right, then I say thank you, Cadbury. Much appreciated.
My pleasure, sir. And yeah, when he's delivers his message, he will go back to the inn.
Okay. Then I put on my best getup and do my hair up just a little bit. Check my face in the mirror and make sure my grin is just complete and beautiful. And I go to the market.
Okay.
So I'm gonna.
If you look at the Thornkeep map, I'll point to where it is.
Okay,
it's also very close by.
Oh, come on already.
It's in the,
I loaded it before.
It's in the bottom corner then.
Yes, it's the L-shaped building.
Right. That should help Richard find it.
You know, when you disconnected before, I have to reload the map now. I completely forgot about it.
Oh, that's possible, yes.
How you call the things? The greengrocer or the grocer or?
Grocery store.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, just the grocer.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be it.
Grocer.
Seriously gross.
Right. I've made a note on my map.
Anyway, as soon as it's loaded, it's like in the left lower corner around the town green. Yeah, it's the L-shaped building. You can't miss it.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go there. And now, do I know who exactly who it is that I'm looking for? Like what she looks like, or do I just know her name?
It's a halfling lady. There's not really that many halflings around, so you assume she's easy to find.
Okay. Then I'm gonna go around looking for a halfling.
Okay. Right.
That works there, obviously.
Yes. When you arrive at this building, you notice a rather big, actually a huge, burly half-orc, like carrying around large burlap sacks. He's the first guy you notice.
I don't say anything to him because he's a half-orc that's really busy working, so I don't want to have him try and step on me. So I kind of stay out of his way.
Yeah, he's pretty big too.
I'm only 2'9". Anything's big.
Yeah, and he's a big guy.
It's called kickstand for a reason.
Even Chowder's bigger.
Yeah, but not kickstand for you, buddy. Sorry.
Next
so
one.
You make your way. inside the grocery store?
Yep, I go to the grocery store and
Yeah, you notice
I
that
go inside.
they're selling a lot of provision, a lot of fruit and vegetables, probably from the nearby orchards. There's a lot of trees here, so why not?
Orchards.
Orchards, sorry. My mistake. Me no speak good English.
All right, so I'm looking for the halfling.
Yes, if you wander around long enough in the store, you're greeted by a rather chipper halfling lady in a blue dress, and she comes up to you and she says, "Oh, welcome. You looking for anything?"
Actually, and he doesn't do his complete, ear to ear grin. He tries to keep it a little less so that he doesn't scare the crap out of her. And he says, "Actually, yes, I was looking for, well, seems that I've found the most beautiful thing in this store already."
She sighs a little bit, but she humors you anyway and says, "Oh, really? And what would that be?"
I'm looking at her.
My reflection.
Oh, you're such a charmer.
I'm not
Seriously,
really.
though, what can I
charming.
do for you?
And he just chuckles and he says, "Not one for the words, are you? Well then, fair enough."
Sorry,
fair
my
enough."
heart is already taken by another, as they say.
And he puts his hand to his chest and he says, "Oh, my aching heart.
Necromancer.
I think I'm going to die."
She rolls her eyes,
Oh my god, you're horrible.
I know.
and suddenly
And
from
he-
behind you, hear like a rather deep-set voice going, "Is this man bothering you, Nessa?"
I
At
chuckle
which
and I
point
say,
you notice the huge orc standing
Don't
behind
trust
you,
her.
half orc.
Don't trust her. She's little Nessa.
I shake my head and I say, "No, actually, I have a question about some
and-
of the."
Miss Greenfoot goes to the half orc and says, no, don't worry, boss. I can take care of myself. And he nods and says, "Well, if this guy gives you any trouble, just call me." And he goes back outside. Will do. So what was it again? And she looks back to you.
All right, and now I don't remember, but my character would. What was her name and the name of the person that I need to talk to, or that I need
She-
Dear Lord.
to ask about?
She's
Miss
apparently
Greenfoot?
yeah. In her first name is apparently Nessa,
Nessa
And-
Greenfoot.
and you're
Marin.
actually
Marin Madrick.
yeah. I've just posted his name in the Skype
Okay.
channel.
No, I was just
Marin
making
Madrick.
sure I had her name. All right, and I nod and I say, "Well then, Miss Greenfoot, is it?
Yes.
I was told to come to you and ask you about something."
All right.
He says it in not so loud of words. And I try and be as sincere and, forthcoming as possible so that she doesn't think I'm trying to deceive her or anything. I was told that to speak to you about Mr. Madrick.
She narrows her eyes a little bit. What do you want to know about Marin?
Well, we're something happened, and we want to find.
Yes, I've
we need to
gathered.
find out what.
He's been missing for multiple days. It's almost a week now, and worried sick.
And we were kind of hired to find him.
No, we
Oh,
weren't.
really? By who? She actually seems
Well-
immediately suspicious all of a sudden.
Well,
You're
what's
not working
going
for
on?
the Baron, are you?
Oh, heck no. Baron. No, I work for my leader, Quinn.
Can't say I've heard of any Quinn.
You probably wouldn't have, but we are a group of adventurers. We have no ties to anyone in this town, so don't worry.
Oh.
We're not here to try and rustle
Okay.
anything up. We are just
Good.
here to
She calms down.
we are here to try and find him so that, well, not just here to find him. We're here to, do some protection for the town. But we're here to do is we're trying to figure out what exactly happened to him and maybe, bring him back to where he belongs.
That
To try
would
and
be-
keep a little order.
That will be very kind of you, but unfortunately, I don't know where he is.
No, I'm not.
Like I told you, I haven't seen him in almost a week.
Exactly. That's fine. I don't expect you to know where he is. But the last time you saw him, because apparently, I guess you were the last one to see him or something.
That could
What
be.
happened? What happened? What did he say to you? And did he give you any indication to where he might have gone? Anything you can give us would be more than helpful.
She thinks for a while. He did seem worried about something. He thought somebody had poisoned old man Stickerlow.
That would be the last malicious leader, right?
This is the first time I brought up this name.
Okay.
Old man Stickalo. Who's that?
Oh, he used to be the leader of the militia till he died. Everybody says he died of old age, but for some reason Marin thinks he was poisoned or something,
Okay, wait.
and he was trying to
So-
prove it.
Marin thinks he was poisoned, trying to prove it, and he disappears. And then the
Yeah,
old man
something
dies.
like that. I'm worried sick. I think somebody's out to get him, but I don't know
I do
who.
too. This causes a big problem. But anything else you could tell me that could be useful would be greatly appreciated. Rack your brain for anything at all. I'll even pretend like I'm buying something and that you're helping me with it so that, it looks like you're doing your job. But
Oh, we
anything
have
you
these lovely apples here on sale. She's already
Ooh.
like filling up a bag.
awesome. Well, give me a bag full. I'll take it from someone as
And
lovely.
meanwhile, she's thinking, and she says, "I unfortunately don't know anything else that seemed out of the ordinary. I could give you a description of him."
Okay, a description will help, but also, did he say who he might have thought did it, or did he say where he might have gone to try and prove it? Anything
Well,
like that at all?
He thinks the Baron is behind it, but he's very suspicious of the Baron. He blames him for most of the things going on. So I'm not really certain if you should take that seriously.
To be honest, I think the Baron probably is behind most of everything that goes on. Just saying.
But why would he? He doesn't care what happens to us. He doesn't care about this village as long as it doesn't concern him directly.
Think about this. If the militia were to rise up against him,
That's not gonna happen. They're only interested in keeping this town safe. Then again, she thinks for a while. Well,
but his rule is keeping this town in shambles. It allows thieves and all sorts of vagabonds to run amok.
we'll see.
The militia might have changed that, and that would
Marin?
affect him.
Marin came from Cheliax. You ever been to Cheliax?
My character probably wouldn't have, would he?
That's the place where there are legal death knights.
No, not legal death knights, legal hell knights. And slavery is
Hell Knight.
extremely legal. Extremely. Very commonplace.
No, my character wouldn't have been there.
Also, they worship devils. That's also very commonplace.
Yeah, no, my character
Diabolism.
wouldn't. He says, no, that hellacious place, no, there's no way.
Exactly. He was born there. He was born into slavery. He was forced to, entertain his lord and whatnot. He became rather good at it, but yeah, in the end he got sick of it and he killed his master and he ran off here.
Ouch.
And he eventually ended up here. But he has a distinct hatred for anything that remotely looks like slavery or tyranny, and he can't stand the idea of an absolute ruler who doesn't listen to the needs of his people.
So, wait a minute. That would be the Baron.
Yes, he can't stand the Baron because he has that army. Well, you could call them guards, but actually they're just hired thugs. Those hired thugs who think they are the boss here, but they don't do anything to keep the peace. Okay,
then I think that is a good little clue there. Thank you very much.
Okay, that'll be 5 copper, please.
Oh, not a problem. And he reaches into his bag and then he pulls out a note as well, a small little slip of paper, and he writes something on it, and then crumples it up into the change and puts it in her hand, and says, "If you think of anything else, let me know." And he takes the bag. Thank you very much, my lady.
Yes, thank you as well.
You were very, very helpful. I appreciate it.
You're perfectly welcome. See you next time.
Yes, see you next time. And he walks off.
Mhm.
And as soon as he's out of the store, he, of course, runs off.
Okay.
You got out.
Yeah, he was pushing
Sorry,
a button.
I pressed the spacebar button to show that he was running all the way to the inn.
Okay.
He's got a bag full of apples, so he's not running as fast as he normally would, but he's still running.
By the way, out of game, it's been a long while for all of us. If you want to know more, go around gathering information. That's all I'll say.
Yes, diplomacy.
Mhm.
It's a function of diplomacy.
Exactly.
Yep.
And
Used to
actually,
be a separate skill, but now it's a part of diplomacy.
Well, the problem is Quinn can't because the priestess would get pissed off at him. You know.
Yes,
So you
and
go
I
inform
put a
Quinn
point
of what
in it.
you've learned?
Oh yeah, I tell him everything.
So either the Cheliacs have actually found him and are dragging him back to that foul infernal place.
He did murder
Or
somebody.
the Baron found him.
It would not seem to fit his MO. It would not seem to fit his personality. From what I hear, he has no interest in this town except for its revenue. No. I think the most likely suspects are Cheliacs bounty hunters or the local criminals.
So
After all, he was investigating the death of the former militiaman.
yeah, but he suspected the Baron did it.
Hold on,
And?
if I may.
Yes.
If Cheliacs were to come here, they would have to do it very carefully, because it is well known that the River Kingdoms do not have many laws, but one of their laws they take very seriously is that slavery is an abomination, and they really hate slavers. So slavers are not welcome here.
But this will be a bounty hunter, for he has broken the law in the most gruesome way possible. Murder. Now,
I'm just bringing this up.
Murder most foul?
Murder most foul. And when a Cheliac says this, you know it is a bad thing. Now, when exactly did that good Mr. Mandrick disappear?
Richard said be right back, apparently.
Really?
I'll play him now.
That's the most sensible thing you ever said.
No, seriously though. Yes, Nimbus brings you up to speed.
Well, Quinn rolls his eyes, looks up at the ceiling and goes, Samurai, why am I struck with disease and weakness just now?
It's a curse.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that.
Very well.
Okay.
In that case, we need to ask around town and see when Mr. Mandrick was last seen. I've asked the innkeep downstairs to keep an eye out on matters. On this the very same subject. Cadbury,
Yes, sir.
would you say that you are very good at ferreting out information?
You could try, sir, but this is a dangerous place after all. You know what happened last time.
Indeed. Well, would you mind coming along with Mr. Cobblepot, who I'm sure can at least surprise his assailants?
No problem, sir, but I think I shall change my attire to something more appropriate first.
Of course. Capital
Very
thinking.
good. Very good, sir.
And then the both of you can safely find out more about the leader's disappearance.
Okay.
So yes, Cadbury is actually going to put on something that's going to attract a little bit less of attention, something more regular and brown, something a man who's down on his luck would wear.
In other words, probably his traveling clothes.
Probably. Definitely not his working clothes, which is ironic.
Indeed.
His working clothes
Right.
look of much finer quality.
They are a little bit worn because, well, itinerant wanderer does not have a lot of money for style.
Oh, but he can sew a little bit so he can repair whatever gets damaged of clothing.
Oh, indeed.
A good manservant knows these things.
Indeed. A good adventurer also knows these things.
You'd be surprised. Maybe they'll know it, but if they can do it, that's another story altogether. Anyway, so yes, you are accompanied by one Cadbury. He is extremely quiet unless you directly speak to him.
That's fine by me. Alright, so now we're on a mission to find out where he was seen last.
Okay. So you go around asking around town?
I'm not gonna just go asking random people.
Okay.
Because, that wouldn't be safe, obviously.
Probably
Something
not.
would end up happening. So I would go around asking, how long has the troop been there, actually?
4 days?
I think they arrived on Friday evening. I think. You want me to double check? I can actually double check.
No. If they weren't here longer than, if they were here less than a week, then they probably wouldn't be able to help me.
Hold on. Introduction.
It would not be on the tip of people's. They wouldn't be on the tips of people's tongues anyway. Well, I just had a thought. You would first want to talk to somebody reliable. And in this case, it would be the militia who's most reliable. And then ask them when they've seen their leader last.
Well,
And
their
work from there.
leader was the guy who was poisoned.
No. The former
Yes.
militia leader was poisoned.
I think it was
And
Friday.
and Baron Madrick then stepped up as leader.
Wait, Marin Madrick stepped up as leader?
Yes.
Apparently.
Okay. Well then, let's
Find a militia.
the militia.
And that you can
Good luck with
ask
that.
after without any problem.
So is that what you're going to ask around for?
I'm
Members
gonna
of the militia?
start with the militia.
And of course,
Yeah,
you
but-
first go and find somebody who's
Where are
who can defend. Well, I would look first for somebody who looks like he can defend himself of the townsfolk.
Okay. Let's say you find a burly lumberjack. He looks like he can defend himself. Not the same lumberjack as you like.
I was
There's
gonna
more than
say
one.
no, not him.
There's more than one lumberjack in this town. That's one of the That's one of the most common professions here.
Okay.
Mhm.
Then I'm gonna walk up to him, and I'm gonna, tug on his pant leg gently and say, "Excuse me, sir."
Huh? What do you want?
Well, you see, and he kind of moves in a little bit closer and lowers his voice a bit. I'm looking for the militia.
He suddenly looks very nervous. I don't know anything about that.
Mm-hmm. And then he says, "Look, I don't care if you do or don't. I'm not trying to get you into trouble. I need to ask someone about something."
No, I don't know anything about that. No, is that the time? I need to go to get to work. Bye! And he picks up the pace and he walks away quickly.
That's interesting. See, no militia member would have done that. So I look up and I say, "Cadbury?
Yes, sir.
We need to find this militia, but the problem is, I don't think just walking up to people who look like they're big and burly will work. We need to..."
Perhaps you should ask somebody in the know, sir.
Yes, but who would be in the know, Cadbury?
Well, this might seem like a silly suggestion, but there are goblins all over town, are they not?
Yeah, unfortunately.
Perhaps you should ask their leader. Master Amavar has had some. He'll probably call you Master Quinn, not?
Leader.
Whatever. Whatever you... I think MFR would be better.
Oh, okay.
No, more
Well,
he's
whatever.
formal.
Yeah, okay. Master Amavar has had some dealings with him, and the leader seems like a reasonable sort, at least where goblins are concerned. I would also suggest talking to one of the thieves, but I do not think that is a very wise decision.
No, because my last run-in with the thieves, well, didn't go so well. So, yeah, the goblin leader. Do you know where he is?
Yes, of course, this way, sir.
I follow Cadbury.
Are you on the map?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, let's say you're over here or something, and you go. Whoop.
Past that rowdy inn.
Yes. And there in that clearing, you arrive at the Goblin Bazaar, and you notice this place is like completely surrounded by rather nasty looking thorn bushes, but luckily they're nowhere near the bazaar, and the actual bazaar is actually a bunch of tables and just cloths, cloth put on the ground, and all sorts of wares are displaced. Displayed. That's what the word I was looking at. Displayed there. It's actually some of it looks like junk. You actually notice like forks and broken pieces of glass laying there. But there are several useful things there too. There's actually a goblin there who looks like he's selling potions or something. He has a lot of colorful bottles.
Oh my, yes.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be...
We should have taken chowder, because gnomes and goblins do not mix.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna go and deal with any of the bazaar guys. What I'm looking for is I'm looking to go straight to the gnome leader, because I assume Quinn has met him before, or not just Quinn but Cadbury.
Mm-hmm. Cadbury looks around and says, I'm afraid the leader is not around right now. He is easily identifiable, though. He's a fat goblin, and we all know that fat goblins are very rare.
Mm-hmm. Where else would he be?
You could always ask one of the goblins. There's plenty of them around here. And one of them looks up comes running towards you and says, "Hey, mister, wanna buy some glasses? I've got some great glasses I found! I mean made!
I shake my head. No,
And he shows you a pair of glasses, and one of them. God damn
one
it!
of the lenses.
Yeah, one of the lenses looks broken. My words no longer work, apparently.